this music down. Get my flag ready. So, fucking satchel. Yo, damn, no transition? Damn, hold up. Everything is falling apart. I skip one day. Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, cyberspace? How's it going, YouTube land? How's it going, internet? This is your boy, Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace to DJ / producer, coming again with another daily update of Zen World. What's going on? Hopefully, you've been paying attention, maybe not. If so, you're good. You're doing really good. Let me know in the comments if anything is off. Maybe my computer is like kind of tripping a little bit. But yeah, man, today is Thursday, November 30th, 2023. December is right there. It's in our face. Literally, it's tomorrow. And the question is, are you ready for 24? Because now that's 31 days away. And I mean, here on the channel, we've been talking about it, man. Pretty much, if I just keep talking about Zen until February, March, I've officially been talking about it for a whole year digitally. So I've vlogged pretty much every day except some weekends and some days when I was like traveling or, you know, I'm a DJ in IRL. So like, for instance, I DJ'd on Tuesday night on some random shit. So yesterday was a pretty hard day to get up out of the bed to jump on the internet and talk about Zen. Yeah, we've been doing this pretty much almost every day, reanalyzing the strategy, but always honing in on the principles. And there's something that I like a lot about the idea of first principles. And something that speaks to me is practicing to become the standard and becoming what people see or whatever, you know. I mean, everything has principles, bro. Shit, you don't eat with your hands, you eat with a fork, because the principles are you don't want to get your hands dirty when you're eating, right? We've gone really far away from some of the most basic shit that everybody just takes for granted in today's reality. So I like to step back and I like to use first principles to remind me why I like crypto in the first place. Right. And that's what I'm practicing, why I like crypto in the first place, whether it's the type of coin I'm putting my energy towards, whether it's practicing first principles in a physical matter and having yourself a ledger so you can start to practice first principles outside of your internet. Right. That's what's happening right now, in my opinion, when it comes to mass adoption. We don't have enough people practicing first principles in the real. I mean, we definitely ain't got motherfuckers doing that shit in the digital. So you can only imagine how once the real becomes real, how that practice of first principles is going to be extremely important to teach generations down your family, bro. Like, if your family isn't practicing first principles, you could be leading them to getting scammed or something. I don't know. But that's why, like, for me, like, I always want to tell people about it, about crypto, and about how special it is, but I've never really had a definition of exposure. And that's what I wanted to say before I started talking today, because I've been thinking about it a lot. And first principles is, it means something to everybody. But for me, it means to become the standard and to practice what you preach and to not just say it and type it. You know what I'm saying? Preach it, practice it. That's why I like Rosvin right now. Rosvin's kicking ass. That fool is staying true to what he wants. Another person, of course, Mr. Jack Levin, staying true to what he wants. So that's cool to see. But let's get off of the hippie talk and get to the technical. We're also going to talk about Zenfi and go over their light paper one more time. So the Zenfi burn auctions will start tomorrow, and hopefully we get a little bit more discounted Zen before this event. And maybe this will be a random sell the news event. So, I mean, we've been following the chart right now. And again, we've been here at this level of fucking 5 zeros or 6 zeros and a 5-1, or, 6 zeros and a 4-2. That's pretty much our range right now. It's a very, very tight consolidated range. This thing is literally consolidating sideways. And the whales are looking, I think Zen is transcended away from this theory that people with a lot of money are going to make it move. I'm at a fork in the road with Zen going another year into, basically analyzing it every single day in a high level capacity of complexity to make sure like what we're looking at here is not something wasting our time. Time is the most valuable asset you're going to have on the planet. So knowing that you aren't wasting your time here, you could totally see this is a consolidated range. This bitch is going sideways. Still looking at the 19th here. This is when we might see the DB Zen, DEX. All right. And the DB Zen DEX would be very beneficial to our community, because let's go to them real quick. I'm still a believer in DB Zen. I was actually the first person to find this because I was in the development chat. So I was literally the first person to do an interview with Razvan and their team and kind of bring DB Zen to the Zenian. And the reason why was because I read the fucking light paper and I was like, yo, this is exactly what Zen needs. One of the first vehicles that is not only going to burn Zen, but it's designated to burn Zen over 62 years. So it's burning Zen beyond the 8-year amplifier, right? So that's what's nuts about DB Zen, is they really honed in on everything. And again, all their numbers are based off the supply and then breaking that down based on the 10%, starting at 10,000 coins in their distribution. That's what everything was built off of, right? That's how it expanded, was from how do we do this for a certain amount of time to outlast the inflation of Zen. So then we, battle that. DB Zen answers all of the questions that are asked when you say, how do we go against Zen and make it work for us, right? Zen is a utility, it's a technology. So if you are a developer and you build around its parameters, then you can create your own variables based on those parameters. You guys already know I fuck with bitmaps because of that reason. That's the only reason I fuck with bitmaps. It's so damn fair because it's connected to the block. So no one can steal the block from you because you've already inscribed it. People are adopting it. Now that people are adopting it, it can start to see value. And then the value is truthfully based that the total supply only goes up when new blocks are made. No one can speed up blocks, right? The owners right now are very small in bitmaps because everybody's hodling these bitches because they're like, hell no, I'm not going to let this go. Like the game theory is too solid, right? So this is what I love about bitmaps right now. It's the FUD fighter BRC, whatever. I don't really know what you can call it. But it's because it's data driven, based on data of the chain, creates a variable. That variable creates value. So Zen is in the same pocket of this. And that's because Zen is made with time in native coin. So technically this energy source is just time on the chain, right? It's almost like you're documenting, like how I'm documenting, talking about Zen, making Zen or making a mint and pushing it into the future. You're pretty much just documenting every single day of your time in the chain, getting a little bit of Zen for whatever amount of ETH you put up, in the beginning. And the cool thing about it again is that the Ethereum is going to the furnace. It's gone. It's out of here. So this is a true separation thing. I don't really know what to call it yet because we don't have too many Zens. So the only other Zen out there is a Bitcoin. So this is the closest thing we're going to get to a Bitcoin on ETH. Others can copy it, but we haven't seen anything like this, in my opinion. And since it came out, we never saw anything in crypto that took crypto and threw it in a furnace and you got another coin out on the other side. Like we see people make coins, put them in the DEX, and then that's the typical distribution model in crypto up until Zen existed. Make a bunch of coins, put them in the DEX, let people auction on them, right? That's how you try to avoid the whole like it's a security thing, or you know, I'm proof from the work of others, blah 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 blah, bullshit, you know. But that shit is not longevity. You can't build longevity off of speculation of where does the ETH go. Right, that's literally old school crypto at this point. That's dial-up crypto. Where does the ETH go? Like, if you're still, I mean, you could play that game because there's money to be made, because you're basically making money off of stupid people. So it's always gonna be there. The casino will always be there. That's why I don't have to, it's like you don't even have to phase them anymore. What you're really looking for, if you're really in crypto because you enjoy it, because you understand that it's going to help empower people and change the energy distribution of how the planet even rotates. I mean, it's some super deep shit. We can get quantum in this bitch. I mean, we're already quantum. You just talk about zone and you become quantum. But what do you call it here? Zen, again, made with time and energy from the chain, burns the energy. You spend some time, you get some Zen. Wow, look at that flush cleansing, the cleansing of the crypto. And then you get a DB Zen, which then takes that idea, modifies it in their own instance, and then provides more. And this is why I like DB Zen, because they take the most pure crypto in the crypto industry, which is Zen, and then they mix it, infuse it again with ETH, and then they give you another token, and then the ETH goes back to the people staking, right? So the ETH is just captured in a cloud that just goes right back to the stakers. So where does the ETH go? Into the cloud, back to the stakers. How much of it? 100%. Oh, okay. What else is going on here, right? Everybody stops focusing on it because they know where the ETH goes. So DB Zen is still doing its thing, and they are about to make a DEX that's going to help with more disinflationary factors to the Zen world. And they've been posting some of the stuff. Maybe it's just Roz who's been posting it. Let's go to his. Hella Quantum. What up, ZTFO? What up, cock enthusiasts? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with the bruh. What up, is that Didikaja? I don't know what the fuck I just said, bro. Did I just summon something? Here, let's go to Rosvin's idea here. Yeah, he's the one posting it. So this is gonna be like a layout of what's to come from the DB Zen DEX, right? So this is dope, man. Like, the thing about being a Zenian is that we're in between everybody. It's like we're literally we're the laser beam amongst all the lasers. Like, all the lasers are just like flipping and flapping and, you know, going directions. Then there's just that one that's just going straight for what? We don't know, but we know that this feels right. We're in parallel to something correct. And that's what's dope again about Zen is you're gonna have all these little branches that break off. They're gonna have their own ideas, and from those ideas will spawn other ideas. And then the ecosystem, again, all roads lead back to Zen because it's the most pure crypto out of all of them. Like, it's literally built now to become more and more pure as it goes, because everybody who mints Zen and dumps it, they're just dumping time. And that time never existed until that human created it, right? Even if you say it's a bot, man, ain't no AI making Zen, bro. Like, what AI you know making Zen right now? What AI waking up at 7 a.m. I don't know what the fuck you stretching the digital era. Stretching their copper cables. I don't know. Fuck, shit doesn't make any sense. So the human time, so all the humans that created time, maybe they had assistant bots that they used to make more Zen, but the human time that they're dumping on this DEX here, on the DEX, will always have a yin and yang factor to it of people who need the time because they didn't have the time to make it, or they didn't have the funds, right? There's a lot of people selling for a loss in Zen too right now to keep it at this level. And again, that's what I'm saying. Again, my analysis is we're consolidating sideways, bro. This shit is retarded. like the way that everyone's treating Zen is so not Zen. And we got new projects coming out. We got believers and builders, man. Woof, and it's going down. And I feel like even if we were to start taking off, I feel like people are starting to comprehend. I mean, I've been buying time this whole time. That's how I'm gonna say it. I've been buying time this whole time, bro. I've been DCAing my time into Zen this direction because gas has been going up. And I know what happens when this happens, bro. When you stop seeing teens and then you stop seeing 20s and they only show up at pockets, there's something a brewing in the ocean, right? And you don't want to get caught trying to make a move when everything is moving opposite to what you want it to be doing. So you'll see here on Saturday, Sunday, or the traditional Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we were seeing all the teens in the 20s. So it was pretty cool to see that this weekend. Hopefully you made some moves. Now that we're into the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll notice it's getting spicier, right? So the daytime weekdays, you're not getting anything anymore. That's not good. That's the beginning of people coming back online. So another thing that's also awkward too is this is blatant American shit. So all the Americans are on crypto right now. Think of it, yeah. And this is what's fire about the XENblocks, bro. I've learned so much about bandwidth and like connection and just pushing data in general, and it makes so much sense. Like human beings are data in themselves, and the blockchain is a representation of a human being. So with that being said, every wallet is. So technically you're just seeing all the humans online at the same time, and we have different sides of the world. One side's up, the other side's down, and we only get to see these pockets in these strategic pockets. I can say anyone who's shopping gas, we only see in these pockets on the weekends because corporation is off. Right? So I don't know how much longer we're going to have this going on, because when corporation needs to move back to the weekend, it totally will. It will show the fuck up. And then Saturday, Sunday, Friday, they'll all be low, but then they'll be looking like this, where the weekdays we have hundreds and the weekends we have 40s. Because then now, the human being is data. I'm going to wait till the weekend. Now you got those people who can afford the weekend. So that's a good factor for Zen. Again, Zen is based on gas. So knowing that gas is escalating and only giving me so much time or window to get into Zen, right? And this is still bear market vibes. We still have this consolidating sideways. I mean, this is in a complete uptrend. Like if you are bearish on Bitcoin right now for a pullback, you tell me what the codes are to the nukes or something. I don't know, because there's too much good news. Or not good news. There's too much news. There's good news. There's bad news. That dude. Damn, my age is showing. See that really well informed older trader, and I don't pay attention to him. That's how I'm not no trader, because I don't pay attention to any of that stuff. I can't even remember his name. RIP to the homie though. What's his name? Charles something. You think it would still be a headline. I guess he was just a one day blurb, man. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be a one day blurb. Man, I only make a story one day. Yeah, they already got this fool off the page. Damn, this motherfucker died too? Just today? Damn. Henry Kissinger. That's crazy. There's another dude though. It's not just him. That's so wild, man. These dudes lived for a long time though. 100 years, like 100 years, man. And that's such a blessing to live 100 years. Like, these people saw everything. But there's one more gentleman that died yesterday. I'm gonna say gentleman because I'll respect them, because they came up, I guess. They seen 100 years. I can't find it right now. It doesn't matter. But yeah, that's pretty strong right there. So again, I mean, what's the future, bro? It's 2024 in like 30 days. Damn, 100 years. I'm still working on my 30s right now, bro. And this is again why I'm saying this shit is trading sideways. The new is coming into existence, everybody. It's too apparent. And they can't even keep this sideways as much as they want anymore. I would have thought going into the halvening that they would have more control of this, but the Bears do not have control of anything. Wells, everyone, I am under the impression that a lot of people from 2000 before, they're not in position like they used to be. And it's changing the dynamic of the normal narrative you would hear from a regular YouTuber, right? And unless you're really in YouTube, or not YouTube, like unless you're looking at the charts daily, then you really wouldn't be able to. This is what I'm saying. I think they can't identify it. But here's another thing I've been looking at. Coinbase going down. What up, Dioshland? Member stream is off. Yeah, right now I'm not really doing the member streams because there's nothing really to talk about yet. Also, I don't really know how I don't really know my direction with it. But soon I'll bring it back. No respect for Kissinger. Yeah, I mean, hey, he lived 100 years. Somebody should have put a bullet in his head. That's what I be feeling when people live this fucking long, bro. This shit is crazy. But again, it's the ways and the times. As a young man of myself who is 30 or 70 years behind this, my analyzation of this is that, yeah, man, people be moving different. And that's how you make it to this. So eat your vegetables. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of YouTubers are not really putting all the pieces together because they're still looking for 10,000 X's. But long term, I'm looking long term right now. So something I do see right now is the dollar did catch a dip here. What I want to see is if it's going to really recover. I hear a lot of traders that are saying that this was all built in, but I hear economists saying that this is just another swing. So we'll see what happens here. Again, the dollar itself is having its own little battle, but I'm under the impression now that this is decoupling from another narrative because we're getting closer to the halvening. We're getting closer to people really being like, yo, I need to make some extra money. And that extra idea is going to bring in new players to the game here. And those players are most likely going to buy Bitcoin. They're most likely going to get into Ethereum. And Coinbase is kind of showing, I think, the lead to what we're getting ready to see. CZ, he fucked up. So, and the SEC is going after people. So regulation is the topic in America. And people will hone in on that and grab it. And because it's going to be a way for them to get liquidity into the crypto space. So I'm waiting to see when Coinbase pulls back, but this thing is ripping, bro. He was horrible. Damn, he was horrible though. This guy was garbage, but that's how he made it to 100. Analyze him. That's all I'm trying to say. I guess that's what I really be saying sometimes. And you know what else is fun? I went to see that Napoleon movie, and a lot of people. I mean, I learned about Napoleon in high school, but not like with actual videos that were sick. Maybe like some plays. Okay. Like your teacher would show you like a stupid play or something. But the Napoleon movie, damn, bro. Like these kids nowadays are gonna learn about him in a whole different concept that you wouldn't normally know, you know, unless you got like put it all together. So I can't wait to see the Henry Kushner documentary when it really comes out, to see what in the fuck made it so that this man could live to 100, knowing that he's a scumbag. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that everything about it is what got him to this age, because that's wild. That's hella time on the blockchain. Most people only make it so long, 100 years on the blockchain. Damn. 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 But yeah, man, get money, y'all. My last bit here, I don't want to talk about price anymore. I want to start talking about Zenfi. Is if we do see a pullback on Bitcoin, I still think it's just going to catch a floor here at 36 and then just retrace and keep going up. This is very similar to 2016. It literally is the same. So, yikes. Damn, this looks too easy now. Wow, what a year for Bitcoin. Yeah, see, like, what we're looking at right now, this is Bitcoin on a 12 month, so on a year chart. It only has, look at, like, that was the dip. I was kind of, this is like I'm saying, this is the last naive dip I'm ever having in cryptocurrency. I'm moving forward with technology. And the mission, whatever the mission is, and I mean my mission mixed with that mission, which is to get crypto in the hands of the masses so that they can experience this energy. So with that being said, man, this was the dip. Every time Bitcoin had a dip, it rebounds, because typically the dip is right before a halvening. Well, I guess this one was after it. I guess we can't even say that. See, Bitcoin is so young still that what is every dip? Every dip is its own little dip. Maybe what you could do too, if you want to get yourself on some historian level on Bitcoin, use the 12-month chart and then look at each one of these candles and go and like do some discovery on what was going on in that era. Like 2014 Bitcoin, like why did it see the baby dip after the huge pump? Like what was the FUD in 2014, right? And then 2018, what was the FUD to create this low? I mean, we all know what it was. Shit went up too fast and it was too easy to pull it back. But look at where we are today, right? Like 2022, we know what the FUD was. SBF, FTX, like everybody selling their Bitcoins, exchanges being exposed, books, and now we got the reverse. Now exchanges are being exposed and it's going up. People are learning, okay, exchanges don't affect my bag. Regulation affects my bag, right? So that is why I'm still sold that Coinbase is going to be a nice leading indicator to our sector when it comes to, oh shit, people are getting interested in crypto, right? Like, and Coinbase has a high ways to go. It needs to get back up to $431. Jeez. Oh, I already have lines on this. Yeah. Yeah, Coinbase will need to get back up. Wow, look at that. Straight to the T. What is this pocket here? What did I do? I only look at Coinbase because I actually hold Coinbase stock. Free bands. Thanks, Coinbase. I'll take those free bands. When I worked at Coinbase, I luckily enough, that's one thing I walked away with, some stock options. So I'll take those. And then what's crazy is like that little bit of insight of that world before I was collateral damage. They really opened me up to where we're going, especially in America. And this is, everything is all the pieces are falling right into place. They're regulating their choke points so that this way you can only go in and out of fiat and crypto one way. You're gonna get taxed, bro. Like the only way not to get taxed is to not ever go into fiat, and not use any of the services that aren't fair. USDC being one of them, USDT being one of them. It's kind of funny. Like, that's what I mean. Like, Zen is just like a no-brainer. Like this, and then that, oh my God, what a perfect segue in Zenify. Zen is a no-brainer based on the idea that the real world is choking how you get in and out of crypto. So if the real world is going to make sure that you can only use Ethereum and Bitcoin to go in and out, and then they're really going to try to force it down your throat to use Ethereum so that they can watch your wallets, right? And then they're really going to force it down your throat to start using USDC, USDT, anything that's going to be trackable with their systems. They're going to be shoving that shit down your throat if you haven't realized yet. Again, that's why the Zen chart versus USDC is not a good chart to look at, because Zen is so cryptic that majority of our volume will be on an Ethereum pool, because ETH is still a little freedom. Where's it at? Yeah, so you see here Zen USD, it only has 9.2 in liquidity, but Zen versus ETH has 1.1 million in liquidity, right? And this is because, again, it goes back to the first principles concept of you shouldn't even be using USDC. I mean, you can own Coinbase stock, but that's just a metric. It's not life in crypto, bro. And again, that's why at least it's dope. Zen can act as like that placeholder token in the space where it's created using time and space energy, aka native coin. And then that transforms into Zen, and then Zen can be paired with ETH again. And then that combination of the two is creating more value bond. And then bada boom, bada beam, out comes Zenfi, right? And now Zenfi is creating this whole world based on the leverage, in my opinion, of what the Zen coin is. Because they created this right now. They have this other coin that was called YSL. Here, let's look at this real fast. Segue right into Zenfi. They would make him look good. He was a monster. Yeah, dude, that's why it's gonna be nuts. Oh, okay. What up, Rolando? Yo, Elon interview. Yeah, Elon's sick, man. He's going crazy. I'm burning my CB Zen for vXEN tomorrow. I'm burning my AZEN. Bye. That's just gonna be ghosty. I'm gonna be burning my AZEN and my Moonbeam. And then strategy wise, I'm looking at making sure I don't burn myself out in the first week. So hopefully we'll see what it's looking like every single day. But yeah. So real quick, Zenfi is like a pre-existing idea. Like they've already had another adapt before they came into our ecosystem. So before us, there was let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. I might have to go into the dig, but they made another web before Zenfi. There was YSL, and YSL was just like Zenfi but for Binance chain. And in my opinion, it's just my opinion, it wasn't the best leverage. That's why like I'm into them. I'm like, oh, okay. They saw that it wasn't the best leverage, so they're trying to move their community into the Zen world because there's more people. In the very beginning of Zenfi, I didn't like that idea. At first, I was like, don't fuck with us. Like, don't bring your community over here, blah, 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 right? It's on that hella maxi shit of just, like, not merging ideas and worlds. That should be open all the time. Like, yeah, let's merge ideas and worlds. But, yeah, they have a pre-existing coin. And in my opinion, because it's on, it's just on Binance, it only gave them the ability to only be on Binance. Zen has opened up their parameters, so now they can participate in all of these chains. Well, I mean, some of them obviously we don't have, right? We don't have this one. We don't have this one. We also don't have Arbitrum. But this is them leveraging the Zen philosophy and the Zen principles allows them to now move to other parts or other ideas and bring in new people, right? And the way that we get to come in is because of the burn mechanism. So again, what I'm trying to put all together to make this make sense is that we needed it as XENify. This is going to put more definition to the concept that Zen is like electricity or fuel inside of a blockchain. And it's like an unfortunate event if you haven't been minting, but we've been telling you so, that you probably want to get yourself into Zen minting before people discover this. Because when they do, and there's more things like a XENify where people are burning their energy for new ideas because it's the best way to distribute a token, because now you don't have to worry about any extra shit. Just go get some Zen. Go get some Zen and burn it for this new thing. And from there, we'll see where it goes, right? And I started off the whole stream talking about DB Zen because they're the first people to take it to the next level, with this burn idea of just being super vanilla. Where does the ETH go? Back into the contract. Now XENify is using the leverage of the Zen token for you to burn your Zen for a new token called vXEN, and then vXEN is basically taking on the DNA of Zen. But they have this again. Don't go wild out on this shit because you still got more pieces to the puzzle you got to add together to get what you're looking for. So vXEN could become a very powerful token on Avalanche. I mean, excuse me, on Arbitrum. But it still could, you know, perform like 11 token, and it could go up and then come down 99% 4 or 5 times. Because again, there will be a strategy that people are looking for right now, which is which chain can I go to and burn Zen for vXEN and get a certain percentage to be able to dump the vXEN and be winning. Like that, you'll never be able to get rid of. I mean, that's like the next layer of fair protection in an open source environment. Or, you know, how do you protect people burning Zen so that someone else doesn't come and dump it? But that's why as a Zenian, it's like, yo, if people are going to buy and dump Zen, buy and burn Zen on their own, then technically you want the greed to be there, and then you want the brand to outlast the greed. That's again why I'm rocking with DB Zen. It's super vanilla. They said time is gonna be our value point, because again you're with Zen, so Zen has that 8-year bell curve. The AMP is over in 8 years, so you automatically benefit with Zen in 8 years because there won't be any. And look at all the development going in right now. We got X1 chain about to come out. We got XENblocks already moving. I set up my X1 node yesterday. Maybe towards the end of the stream, I'll do a test clip with y'all just to show you how to drive it. It's super simple, but it's difficult because you need to make sure your computer has like the parameters, you know, or the prerequisites, like the Golang and all that other stuff, you know. So maybe I'll do a super breakdown of everything, but right now it's so high level, you should just find it yourself. Or go follow Tree City West. He's got the gang on lock. Bye XEN. Yeah, see, I'm gonna do my XEN because I have a lot of Avalanche Zen, and it's got the dope parameter. And then Moonbeam's pretty dope. I'm glad that they included. Excuse me, Moonbeam. I have some OKX too. Some OK Zen. I gotta get the fucking rid of. We burning that too. But again, this is based off of a daily auction. Oh wait, no, my bad. Excuse me. Just kidding. This is just for you to get the vXEN token. And then the vXEN token really doesn't have any value unless you're entering the daily auctions for XNF. All right. So XNF is what you want to start your strategy pretty much with. Like, do you really want XNF? Because if not, then you should be burning vXEN, or you should be burning Zen for vXEN and making a strategy of like whatever the fuck you're gonna do with it. I mean, there's a lot of different things I can go down here. I haven't even talked about the bridging idea, which is gonna take vXEN to the next level too. And then the bridging is what's gonna open up the liquidity pools, and then that's what's gonna make it so that Zen kind of has its first liquidity, like its first real liquidity idea before DB Zen. And it's concentrated on it. DB Zen isn't concentrated on that. They're just building and being builders that build. Zenfi, in my opinion, from all my research so far, they are a product looking for users. And they haven't really been able to do it on I mean, even their color scheme, it looks like they were going to drop this on Pulse Chain, you know, and then it was just like a hard pivot, like, oh, let's do it on Zen, right? And I mean, it's well laid out and everything. Like it feels like it should be pretty good. Now the thing about it is like, let's look at this XEN. So where are their tokenomics for this one? Yeah, so you see here they did like so if you've been trading on here, aka going cross chain, you should have generated some XNF tokens from the airdrop, and then they're gonna be airdropping those or to everyone as well. I'm not gonna go too deep into this. I'm actually setting up a interview right now with some of the people from the team. So next week we're gonna hopefully go live and dive in pretty immersively into what is Zenfi, and what it is to benefit a Zenian. You know, not benefit us, but I understand. I see what's going on here, right? And I actually think them bringing the product to the ecosystem is dope. Like, more developers need to think like them, because you use, or how do you say it? You lower the barrier of entry. Now you have all these participants because they're using Zen, which is a very cheap thing to get, right? And again, Zen is created with time and energy, and it's the furthest thing away from a security, because there's no ETH to be made here. There's nothing to be made here. It's just making more coins out of a coin that you already had, right? I come in with 0.1 ETH, then I'm gonna walk away with 31 million Zen, maybe more than that with 0.1 ETH. You probably walk away with a lot more. But that's like the game theory here on Zen, to make sure that it stays pure or clean. And then again, if the builders build on top of it, they can make it a little dirty, or they can remix it to make it their own, and use it however they wish. Yeah, that's the fair principles part of it. You can use it however you wish. But you want to get into this auction. So let's do this. Let's talk about the auction of how you get it. So what you're burning your vXEN for is for this idea. If you're really trying to get in to like, hey, I want to take this to the next level, right? So the daily auction, all right, in the daily burn auction on Arbitrum, and that's why you're going to be getting your airdrop on Arbitrum, okay? Because the auction for XNF is going to be on Arbitrum. And this is pretty confusing and complex, because they're writing everything with the assumption that you can follow along because you've been in Zen, right? Not a lot of people have been in Zen. They've been hokey pokey, right? So when you in Zen, you go, hey man, Ethereum is the main token. That's the one that I know that's Zen, right? That's the only one that doesn't have an abbreviation in front of it, right? So that's what your mind tells you. But that's because it's a fact. If there's no abbreviation in the Zen world, more than likely that is the main chain token. Everything else with an abbreviation is a representation of the chain it is being received from. So I know that shit. There ain't no dictionary. You just got to be in Zen to know it. So of course it's kind of confusing when you look at this this burn auction. Oopsies. Where's that? When you look at this burn auction, and then they announce that it's going to be Arbitrum, and then they don't use a XNF, right? Or ARB XNF. The reason for that is because this is the main frame. So I'm like, yo, that's fire. They're building their mainframe on Arbitrum. That's where all the trading is. If you into layer 2s, you know everyone is on Arbitrum, bro. Everybody is there. And that's what Optimism layer 2 was trying to attack. They really couldn't get into the trading that's going on Arbitrum. So they, in my opinion, this is why we see the Coinbase collaboration with OP, because they could not do what Arbitrum did. And this is awesome to see Zenfi identify this in the industry and apply their business on top of something that everyone knows. And then as a Zenian, I'm like, damn, we're not even on Arbitrum yet. Shit, this is the first Zen coin over there. Okay, right? But that's why you don't see ARB, because this is their mainframe. Unfortunately, Ethereum is not the mainframe. But in my ideas, I actually think that's pretty dope that they use Arbitrum more than ETH because the fees are lower. So you're still getting Ethereum, and you can do a lot of versatile types of things, you know. And then you basically this auction, if I'm not mistaken, will be cloned on every single chain. So you'll see like BXNF, EXNF, and or chains that they want to be on it. So I know Binance is one for show, and Ethereum is one for show. So those will be the first two we know for show. All right, and then that's why you'll see an XNF and then a XNF, because they're just doing the reverse Zen thing, and it's gonna be hella confusing. But yeah, just try to remember, like, oh, the mainframe is Arbitrum. So when I'm burning for vXEN, I'm moving to Arbitrum. One way ticket to Arbitrum. A user. Okay, so let's continue this real quick. In the daily auctions on Arbitrum, participants have the option to buy vXEN and YSL. A user can opt to burn anywhere from 1 to 10,000 batches. To acquire a single batch, a user will need a minimum of 0.01 YSL or 10 million vXEN. At the end of the cycle, 50% of the XNF supply would be distributed to the participants of the batch of the burn auction, and burn auction based on the batches burned. So off the rip, that's DB Zen, right? Yes, 10,000 to 1. And again, DB Zen created this 10,000 to 1 idea before they did everything else. And that's how we got 62 years, and we got the 5 million coins. But now again, that idea can be cloned. Other people can use it, and then they can put their own parameters to make their own math. And it's an amazing way to distribute a token. Look at what they're doing here. They're taking the YSL token and the vXEN token, and then they're going to use this fair auction to redistribute a new token that everybody that, you know, like, the way you get it is you just got to participate the most, you know. And what we're seeing from DB Zen is there's going to be a time down the road when nobody's fucking playing the game and you can just swoop because no one's playing. So it's like, okay, cool. You don't have to go hard in the beginning. But I did hear that they have an amplified bonus if you are burning early. So they want you to go hard in the beginning. But yeah, if it's anything like DB Zen, then we know that this is going to happen. It's going to taper off. And this is the most fairly distributed area of the coin. Can you make it this far though? I don't know, man. I've seen so many people fall off this chart, like head first into the dirt. Splat. But yeah, if you can make it this far into the process, if I don't know how you want to do it. Me personally, I'm happy they chose Zen, so I'm gonna participate, and I'm gonna go in with that understanding that, hey, this daily auction, I'm burning for this XENF token, and this XENF token is gonna be based on Zenfi's commitment, as well as the community's commitment. So once I find out, like, yo, Zenfi's mad committed, but the community is just dumping the fuck out of this coin, then I make the decision of, well, how do they rise the price? Or are they moving with what Roz is pushing, which I think is kind of smart now. Now that I'm seeing people take what he created, it's very smart the way he's moving. I don't give a fuck. Price is based on you. All of that is pretty smart. You know, like, keeping the ball in the community's court and saying, I don't want nothing to happen. You shouldn't want nothing to happen. And then all of that, what is fucking going on, is what turns something into something. And if DB Zen does it, then it's just they're the cornerstone coin for the distribution model of what is a DB Zen. And then again, Zen is always tied in because you can't do DB Zen without Zen. You can't have that model without Zen, because Zen, I'm going in circles. That's why I could talk about this shit forever, because it goes back, everything, all roads lead back to Zen, bro. But yeah, Zenify. I'm preparing you for your burn, bro. If you're gonna be burning, be prepared, bro. All right, if you're gonna be, because this is where you should be. You should be getting vXEN to get into this auction. All right, and you're gonna have competition from YSL, from Young Slime Lord. Or what did they say? This is what is this? Oh, Saint Laurent. Shout out Young Thug, free thugging, bro. Here, let's go down to this one. Let's read this part. In the daily ETH auction, participants receive 45% of the daily XENF supply as vXENF rewards, which are locked up for 1 year before they become claimable. These rewards, once claimed, increase participants' earning power for future Ethereum earnings. A native fee of 0.1 Ethereum applies per batch for both burn and ETH auction. All right, so 50% is in a pool for people burning from a collective community, right? That's what I'm saying. There's people over here, there's people over here, and we're getting this, right? Now there's an ETH auction where if you don't have any vXEN or YSL, you can still participate with just Ethereum, but your XNF is rewarded and supplied to you as vXNF. Now vXNF, yeah, and then yeah, which is locked for a year before it becomes claimable. So if you enter with Ethereum, I don't know, maybe when I have this interview with them, we'll get them to discuss more of this, because I have a feeling I understand why it's like this. You would need to understand why you don't sell things for a whole year. If you understand that part, then more than likely that's what's happening here. And probably also to keep the integrity of XNF, because it's transforming Ethereum into it, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, but once it's locked up for a year, you'll be able to claim it a year later. And in the future, a native coin, so I guess it's 0.1 per batch for both auctions. So if I'm gonna burn 10 million vXEN, I'm also gonna burn, it looks like I'm gonna put in 0.1 ETH into the auction. Participants in the swap auction are rewarded the 5% of the XNF as vXEN, as vXNF rewards, subjective to the same 1 year claimable lock, enhancing the earning power upon claiming. Oh, that's pretty dope. So the extra 5% that's missing from this 100% is actually going to everybody. So even if, so long story short, if you want to, I get what they're doing here. If you believe in Zenify, you probably want to enter the ETH auction, because you'll be amplifying your rewards, right? You're securing the XNF, and you're going to be also getting the vXNF token that I would have to, if I do this side, and this is deeper into the white paper, you got to read this whole thing. But if you go in on this side, you're going to have to pay a staking fee to make it this. And then you're also going to have to time lock it. So this is like curve finance. If you've ever heard of curve finance, Vortex, any of those vehicles that are time lock driven, you'll have to take your XNF and you'll have to lock it up. So entering the ETH auction, you skip that like gesture. And I mean, it really depends on where you want to be. I guess if you're doing it on the ETH side, like on Ethereum, maybe this is a smarter way, so you don't have to pay gas fees twice. But on Binance and Arbitrum, I feel like maybe this is just kind of like a bonus play if you have some extra ETH and you believe in Zenify. Batch discounts. Users who participate in the first hour can benefit from both the TC, which is time coefficiency, and the batch coefficiency to achieve a significant discount. Specifically, any batches obtained in the first hour will benefit from a 50% discount due to the TC. Additionally, by obtaining 10,000 batches within the window, users can achieve up to a 75% discount according to the BC. As the cycle progresses, discounts from both the TC and BC diminish. This is what I was talking about before. They want you to get in early, and they want to do it like, yo, you're burning now. Like, you're not waiting for the game to start. Waiting for the game to start means that you're gonna wait until like the cycle's almost over to burn. That's why they put the time in there. They're like, don't wait for the cycle to finish. You know, burn now, right? And then as much as you're burning, that also gives you I guess they're saying a discount. I don't really know what that means. In DB Zen, their discount is huge save on gas. So maybe that's what they're saying here. You save on burn, so you burn less and receive more. That's probably what they're trying to get at there. By the final hour, discounts approach close to zero. Participating early, especially in the first hour, is critical for users looking to maximize their batch discount. The initial hours after the offer, the initial hours offer the most considerable reduction, ensuring participants receive the best value for their participation. They should put an exclamation mark. They get in early. That's it. Conversely, delaying participation until the late hour of the current cycle can result in higher costs, which the discount substantially reduces by then. Yeah. Shout out to them though for explaining it. Please go read their fucking white paper. They say it up here, but then they say it 2 more fucking times. That's how much people don't read. They're like, yo, is this enough? They're like, nah, say it again. Yo, is this enough? Nah, say it again. Say it louder for the people in the back. What's Zen directory? What is the Zen directory? Hey, bruh, Zenfi doesn't show P.Zen. Oh, what do you call it? Zenfi, they didn't choose them for mainframe yet. So hopefully they go, hey, we want to do this on Pulse Chain too. That's what would have to happen. We'd have to knock on it. Arbitrum. I'm saying Arbitrum, bruh. Arbitrum. I ain't fixing it. That's how I like to say it. Arbitrum. Run the drum. What up, Crypto Jake? What up, Brian? Raz is gonna make all these haters look real stupid. They are just impatient. Yeah, he taught me that though. Back in May, he told me he wasn't gonna do anything, and I thought he was fucking crazy. I was like, dude, and I rage quit. So I already did everything everybody else is doing right now, and I'm mad at myself for rage quitting when I could have just been patient, because obviously I'm still here. Patience is a virtue. Here, let's look at these ETH rewards. ETH rewards. All right, 25% of the ETH gathered from the daily auction will be allocated to vXEN holders, or V with an E. Maybe this shit chose different names for that, but I understand what's going on here. If you know about Vortex and Curve, all of them got this weird ass thing. This is proportional to their vXENF power. Users who opt to claim their ETH rewards will incur a 25% claim fee. Damn. This claim fee will then be redistributed to participants who take part in recycling within the first hour of the cycle, in alignment with their V power. Huh. I don't really know. We'll have to see this one play out, because it doesn't really matter anyways, because you would need it to stack up. If they're taking 25% from the ETH gathered, and then they're gonna still hit you with a 25% to claim your fee, and then, I mean, yeah, we gotta see when this one happens, because this is post idea for some of these ETH rewards. Let's see what this ETH recycling is. Those who recycle ETH within the first hour of the cycle are eligible to receive a share of ETH claim fees from the cycle. The share is proportional to their vXENF power. The more vXENF power you have, the larger portion of the ETH yield from the claim fees. The more significant advantage of recycling is its direct entry into the burn auction, which eliminates the necessity to burn other tokens. Furthermore, users who miss the first period still have a chance to enter the burn auction during cycles remaining 23 hours without requirements to burn vXEN or YSL as long as they recycle. I see what they're saying here. So they're saying if you're getting okay, so this is a mind fuck. I get it now. That's why people are so fucking confused. Because if you opt to do just vXEN, you're gonna need to stake this. Once you stake it, you can recycle it. Because then you'll be staked and getting vXEN, and then you'll be getting rewards from people transforming, newcomers transforming their vXEN and Ethereum to get, you know, into the auction. If that makes any sense? Because they basically just split it up. You have ETH entry people, and then you're gonna have YSL and Zenians entering from one side. And then if you want to be in between it, you enter with both. But you'd be doubling up essentially. You'd have 10,000 0.1 ETH, and then you would have to enter another 0.1 ETH just to represent the daily ETH. Then you get both sides. So how about that? To get both sides, you have to do 10 million vXEN, and then you have to do 0.2 ETH per batch. And then yep. And then that's why, like, if you just keep doing that every day, you should get to a point where you can start recycling your stuff, because you'll have it on both sides. But in the very beginning, if you're just burning vXEN and you're not staking XNF, you're not part of the ecosystem, and that makes a lot of sense. Right? How do you protect the brand? Oh, they need to stake their coins for over a year, and then once you have those vXNF locked in for a whole year, it plays out like VMPX is going to play out, where now the liquidity is locked and there's nobody dumping the price for no reason. Again, and that's why what they want you to do, or what it looks like, is every day 45% of the XNF will be locked for a whole year. There will be 50% that will be kind of free out there. Damn. I don't know if y'all understand that shit. Zen directory shows what Zen claims is according to the prefix. Oh yeah. What up, crypto dude? How's it going, bro? But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And again, I'm only going over this auction thing because if you're gonna burn tomorrow, that's what you're burning for. I mean, if you don't comprehend, I mean, like, if you just burning to throw away Zen because you want to fucking, I hope I can make it 10,000x. Like, all right, for sure. I personally think over time, this ecosystem is gonna do pretty well. And I'm just talking about getting in right now. We getting on the boat right now. And if you did some if you did any cross swaps on this, you know, like from ETH to Pulse chain, and so on, there should be airdrop that's going to be available soon. Oh, I can claim this now. Okay, so yeah, the airdrop hasn't gone live yet. So you see, they're going to be doing this airdrop where you'll be able to get these tokens. You see, so I already got like 9 XNF on Arbitrum. And again, right now they're not talking about the extra vibes. So okay, hey, yo, Dioshland, I do see P.Zen. It's just not talked about yet. So they have it right here. They have P.Zen, and they have ZK Sync. Wow. Okay, so that makes some sense. So the right now, at least from what I'm taking in, this is the focus: Binance Chain, Arbitrum, and Ethereum. And then all of these will probably come later this year or into 2024, we'll start to see these other ones. But when it comes to vXEN, that's what we're seeing breakdown right here. These are the chains that they're going to utilize to bring you to Arbitrum. With Optimism going crazy, that's why the price is going crazy on Optimism. Let's go look at that. I hope y'all understand Zenfi, bro. That's just gonna be strong. When you say vXEN, you mean XENF. No, see, that's what I mean. They're two different coins. They serve two different purposes. Because it's like, think of it as like you're getting onboarded into their ecosystem, but they don't want to do it. They don't want to, or like, how do you say this? You know what Zen is. So they're utilizing the technology of Zen to onboard you in. The way that they're doing this onboarding process is they're allowing you to take your Zen and burn it for vXEN. And vXEN is their placeholder token and their ecosystem for the Zenians, right? Now you can utilize that token to burn in a daily auction similar to DB Zen, where you provide a certain amount of ETH and a certain amount of vXEN to get a daily drop of XENF, right? So this concept of daily auction, you're transforming native fee and vXEN to create a new coin. That's what's happening, just like DB Zen, but they just brought you fucking through all of it's like, it's kind of crazy when you really think of it. Like, that's why I'm like, man, that's dope. Like, I'm gonna be over here on Moonbeam, I'm gonna burn a ton of Moonbeam, then I'm gonna get I'm gonna get this shit, and then I'm gonna be on Arbitrum, and then I'm gonna be burning that for this, for the XNF, right? But I'm gonna do, probably my strategy here, from what I'm hearing, is I want to do both. I want to burn vXEN and I want to burn two times with the ETH, so I can get the vXNF. Because then if I get the vXNF, I can start giving myself extra ETH rewards and recycling, compounding my rewards. That's what we don't have on DB Zen. We don't have like a compound button, which is fine. It's vanilla. But there's no compound button over here, so there's no way for me to roll this back in. But we'll see what it's like. But also the gas fees on ETH are ass. So at high gas fees, with not a lot of volume, this is very subjective. But I could see on Arbitrum. Here, let's go look at DeFi Llama. It's too easy. What up, Dank? What it do? What up, Bud Green? But don't tell I didn't tell everybody. You think it's still going low, man? I think Zenfi is about to change up the game, because if XNF is expensive on Arbitrum, people will move there. It'd be too easy. So because you see, also Arbitrum is a really big it's a vibe. So let's look at the volume real fast. So you see, wow, it's turning up right now. Volume is looking crazy over here. And again, Zenfi could move up because they're gonna be over here. They could pop up on this bitch. Man, I haven't even dove in yet. Oh, I haven't even dove in all the way. That's crazy. Because there's a piece that I haven't talked about yet, which is why they made it like Curve. If you don't know about Curve, you really out the loop. This is old. Yeah, man, I hope they climb the ladder, dude. I like the way, I love the presentation. I love the way it's laid out. I don't think you can climb the ladder without doing it the way that they're doing it. Because how else are you going to get up here without like the decentralized community? There's no way to get up here. We brought these motherfuckers to the top and never got anything for it. I remember using Avi, Uniswap, Balancer. I mean, we just still use these things because they're still there. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing here that's being like this, like Zenfi. Maybe I'm hyping them up too hard.
but hey, they're delivering right now. Here, let's see what their buy and burn is. 70% of the ETH collected from the daily auction will be used for a buyback of XENF off the market. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? That's crazy. Yeah, we just talked about all this stuff. And then, so there's still 5% of the rewards hanging out somewhere. Oh, never mind. Yeah, the 5%'s right here. Oh, wait, no, that's for the XNFs. Okay, so we got to figure that out. Where's that extra 5%? Uh-oh, I hope they're not leading me down a road to a dev fee. Imagine. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, so 70% of the ETH collected from the daily auction will be used for a buyback of XNF off the market, specifically through the wrapped ETH XNF pair on Uniswap version 3. Importantly, 100% of the buyback of the bought back XNF will be burned. Additionally, 90% of the recycled ETH from each day's cycle will be used for the to buy back XNM off the market in the very same pool. Whoa. So then there's, okay, so there's 10% still missing from the ETH recycled and 5% from the ETH collected. Okay. So there's 15% of ETH floating around. Let's find that shit. The burning mechanism within our protocol are designed to be immutable and automatic. They activate after each day's auction or recycling activity. This approach eliminates counterparty risk and mitigates the potential for front-running issues that could arise for if a third party were to require to manage the buyback and burn process. Oh, that's tight. So they're gonna pay the ETH though. That's pretty dope. Hopefully they don't run out of ETH. All right, let's see what's going on here. The XNF protocol liquidity. The protocol will utilize Uniswap version 3 for liquidity provision by launching a WETH XNF trading pair with the allocation of 100,000 XNF and setting an initial price point at $1 per XNF. This initial price is adjustable conjunct with the ETH volume collected during the initial cycle. A full range pairing will be subsequently subsequently oh my gosh, it will be established with a 1% fee. Okay, whatever. Why the fuck does that even matter? I mean, I hear you though. They're being very transparent, so they even put that part. So I was like, what the hell? Long story short, they're gonna make sure that it's paired to the number 1% fee on Uniswap. It's not gonna be 0.3% or anything. To promote the continuous growth of ETH protocol owned liquidity, starting from the second cycle, 70% of the ETH received from the buy and burn native fee swap fees and 90% from the recycling will be reinvested into expanding protocol owned liquidity. In this model, the entire sum of collected ETH is channeled to the market buy and burn XNF. Simultaneously, an equivalent amount of wrapped ETH is directed into the protocol owned pool, thus increasing wrapped ETH reserves in. Oh wow, okay. You guys saw me pause there. They said 5% dev fee. I'm okay with that. The audit was 50K. Okay, so that's where the 5 is. There's still 10 moving around somewhere. So look at this is how I'm trying to see it. I'm like, what are they doing? How are they giving it back to the people? And then that's where the 5% fee is for, because this could the people could wreck this. That's what you learn in Zen in the fair launch when you're trying to build a brand. If you're not going to make it vanilla like DB Zen, the most vanilla you're going to possibly get to add complexity on top of an already complex ecosystem, you're probably going to need a little bit of a dev fee. The thing I like about Zenfi, I guess, to say for their dev fee is that, I mean, it's been working. Like, nonstop. Like, it's been really good. It's been reliable. I mean, I pay for, I guess, and I guess everyone will be like, you're contradicting because there's a debt fee and it's not first principles. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I would have to rebuttal with, they're not telling me what they're not doing. They're telling me everything that they're doing. And I'm very intrigued by the innovation of teleportation. Like, how the fuck did I end up on Arbitrum? Right? And then you go and read everything and it's like, oh, that's why I ended up on Arbitrum, because this is being set up so that how do the people win? By holding XNF. And if you hold XNF for a whole year, then essentially you're bonding yourself to the growth of their protocol, and you'll be getting ETH fees. So, I mean, that's what we haven't talked about yet. This is more of the onboarding, right? So this is a big ass process to get users into their ecosystem, specifically Zenians, because I think we're some of the smartest people on the internet. So, it's a great community to bring in and build trust with, because again, we could enhance the way things work here by just participating and promoting it in a fair environment. Because then it's like, oh, I know this thing, I don't know. It's really complex. Do we ever see a DEX that's 100% for the people? I don't know. But this is pretty cool. Very complex. But I see why I would want to own XNF, because there could be a lot of ETH going into that pool. And I guess the next thing would be like, how are you protecting the pool? Like, how do you expect to protect the pool? Like, I mean, it's going to be locked in with Uniswap code. So if essentially to attack this pool, you would be attacking Uniswap. So there is that. So I mean, yeah, it's like they're using the security layer of Uniswap. They're not saying they're going to SushiSwap or Aave. They're saying they're using Uniswap. So that's really powerful to see here. Well, the only thing I could see is somebody figuring out how to drain it by like attacking the pool. But it would be an attacker, and that's why the question is, well, how do you plan on attacking the pool? What's your insurance plan on this? Because all of the ETH collected from onboarding people into the system is going into that pool. If that makes any sense. Instead of you putting ETH into a pool that's distributing it whenever someone clicks a button, this is taking ownership of that and then saying, we're going to pay the gas to push it. And then when we push it, you're just going to collect like the ETH, and the ETH is going to go into the pool. And then if you've been participating, you can sell your XNF into the pool. Crazy thing is that if you want both sides of the party, you would automatically have vXNF that would be locked for a year. So 45%, actually 50% will be locked for a year every day for this distribution. And then the other 50 will be available. It's a pretty dope design, man. I think it's really dope, man. And I'm not mad at the 5%, but I'm glad that I can do math and I'm seeing it. I'm like, okay, wait, there's still some money missing. Where the fuck the money is? But I'm glad that they addressed it. Let's see here. Liquidity providers are restricted from adding. Oh, liquidity providers are restricted from adding to the pool at 1% fee. This pool is reserved exclusively for the protocol to perform market buy burns and its own liquidity within the same free tier. XNF holders are confined to selling via the Zenfi platform or by directly interacting with the recycling contract if you wish to sell your 1%. Oh man. Wow, yo, this is crazy. All right, so this is different. This is tight though. But yeah, this is gonna get a lot of first principles FUD. I can feel it already, just from starting to read it more and more in depth. Because I read really fast. Right now I'm reading slow on purpose, so I'm actually starting to understand it. Yeah, burning your Zen for vXEN, you want to get into XENF, bro. You want to do that? So let's look at this. So yeah, we know about this one. 150 million XENF distributed amongst people who were doing trades. So if you were trading, you should have some XENF over on their. I showed you just now. You just go over here, hit more. You see airdrop. If you've been swapping cross chain, you should have an airdrop in here, depending on where you did the swaps, right? So we already got 64, right? I haven't even talked about how many XENF there is. So we don't need to worry about that. So here we go. XENF maximum supply. XENF has a maximum supply of 22.6 million tokens. Distribution occurs through 3 daily auctions each day. Oh shit, I didn't even know it was like that either. Damn, that's crazy. Each day 50% of the XENF tokens are allocated to burn auction participants. Additionally, 50% of the daily XENF supply is reserved for vXENF rewards, VE. These rewards being locked for 1 year before distribution to participants in ETH auction 45% and swap auction 5%. Yeah, so this is kind of crazy. And once you get into this V thing, it looks like you won't get your distribution of rewards until a year, but this is gonna have its own price, bro, because this is gonna be tradable. So you'll be trading your stake of what you have. I'm ready to see what the fuck is gonna happen here. Again, this is a set it and forget it play on some Zen shit. Zenfi employs an aggressive halving schedule. Employs an aggressive halving schedule for token distribution. The first reduction takes place at the 3-month mark, followed by another 6-month mark, subsequently halving at 12, 24, and 48 months. After these initial 5 halvings, there are 3 additional reductions, each occurring 48 months. Every 48 months. This halving mechanism is designed to gradually reduce the daily distribution of XENF tokens. After the halvings are completed, a fixed amount of 156 XENF will be distributed over the course of 2,224 months, leading to the maximum supply that ensures a steady token rollout, prolonging long-term distribution stability and giving users a reliable framework for participation. Wow. This is gonna be wild. So technically, yeah, you won't need a lot of these. You'll just need enough. So again, going back to the Zen world, you just need to have enough vXEN to participate every day. You don't need to go hard unless you got to catch up. And again, people might sell their liquid because the only way to get liquid is to be in vXEN. So yeah, shall be nice, I should say. And it I don't know how many months this is. Let's see. 3 months. Oopsies. No. Shall be nice, I should say. Yeah, it should be. Hey man, hit the like button. Damn, I'm gonna like myself. Damn. Nah, somebody told me I need to make videos shorter. I was like, nah. The day I start making videos shorter, something's up. Damn, for real? Shit. Well, why'd I do days? That's not smart, bro. What is that? Wait, I must be tripping. This has to be days. Or I just copied it from here, right? Whoa, that's hella far. What? I don't know what the. All right, we'll talk about that too in the interview. What made you think of this random ass distribution? That's so far away, way beyond. I mean, it's the math though. The math of the number with the distribution of allocation. Of allocation based on the amount of time you want to give it. That's where these numbers come from. That's why on DB Zen it's 62 years with a smaller amount. You see, they rose the amount and now they have more years behind their distribution model. XNF liquidity black hole. XNF holders can freely sell their XNF through our protocol owned liquidity pool or any community established pools. However, purchasing XNF from our protocol owned liquidity pool is restricted, making our daily auctions the primary revenue or the primary avenue for acquiring an amount of XNF. The amount of this means that every time a user or an arbitrage bot sells XNF via the protocol owned liquidity pool, the tokens are permanently removed from circulation, creating a black hole effect that increases the XNF. Wow. This mechanism is strategically designed to protect the initial liquidity from being exploited by speculators and liquidity snipers. Oh, okay. Thereby reinforcing the foundation of our ecosystem. However, it should be noted that users cannot add liquidity to the protocol owned pools. They can only sell their XNF through it. And okay, wow. Okay, so I get it now. When they're saying community, so they're going to take advantage of the biggest pool and they're going to lock that bitch up so no one else can get in it, right? This 1% pool. But somebody can make like a 1.9% pool. I don't think in a 1.9. Actually, I don't know what the variables are. I know 0.3 here. Let's see if we can find some variables. Hey, thanks for the $2, Rolando. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, my G. Always appreciative. Save your money for the next Zen dip. Yeah, you could do it that way. Yeah, why does this want to go through my Rainbow wallet? I am clicking MetaMask, whatever. We'll do it this way. So like, let's say I wanted to make a Zen pool. So you'll see here, it's going to show me what type of tier. Okay, so you can't do a free range tier. That's facts. So like, for instance, this is what is going to be the pool that everybody can use, because Zenfi is coding it where they're the only owner of this pool. Now this pool though, because of what they're saying here, is that if you were to go and say, hey, I want to use the highest paying liquidity pool, right? This one's going to have all the liquidity in it. The one that's 1%, it's going to have all the LP. If you want to go through that pool, you're going to be burning the XNF that enters it. So you'll get your ETH out, but the XNF going in, that's being burnt. So the reason for that is because if somebody wants to come in and they want to chop the price in their own direction, they'll have to do it on a pool that's not the main pool that's going to hold the most value. Now we'll see what happens. If the community will make a community pool that's just way bigger than the XNF pool, we'll have to see what happens. But that's what I was just thinking when I started talking about this. I was like, okay, well, how do we protect this pool now? What are you guys going to do to protect the pool? So that's what they've done. They set up a black hole to make it so that it's going to be harder. It's not going to be unstoppable, but it will be harder and more. You'll have to play a bigger strategy to to try to delete the ETH in that pool. You definitely won't be getting the other one. Because if you're going to be fighting against yourself, any of the XEN and XENF going in, you're just going to be increasing the price or the scarcity of it. So it's gonna go against you to enter that pool. And that's good too, because then that means they'd have to put up their own ETH in the pool, right? And all that good jazz. Wow, this is fire. By establishing a one-way street, our protocol liquidity pool transforms into a deflationary XNF vacuum. Room Dyson. Tokens that are sold by users vanish from circulation, while new supply can only enter through active participation in the auction. Damn. Our protocol is designed to promote the interests of committed users and not short-term speculators. This innovative approach, combined with our protocol buy and burn mechanism, is geared towards creating a sustainable deflationary pressure on XNF supply, while concurrently fostering a sustainable ecosystem built for long-term engagement. Damn. I have to apply that one. If you haven't read this, man, you need to read this shit. So they put it all into perspective. Only thing I didn't go over was the V earning power. Long story short, you gotta go and pay. You gotta pay attention. You gotta pet your vXEN. If you don't do that, you lose some power. You don't lose your XNF, but you do lose like the amount of ETH you're gonna be getting. This is dope. Like, if you really believe, I mean, you gotta, this is kind of funny because it's not degen driven. But you see, when you're not in the degen world, you can maybe obtain $2.3 billion. So that's what all these other ones are. Like Aave, these are time locked for a long time. You know, they don't give you that freedom of like getting out of there. So Zenfi is basing all participation on that higher level. KYC verified, double audited, immutable code, daily ETH rewards, cross-chain burn, automatic ETH exit liquidity, fair launch, no admin keys. That's cool. Is that everything? I guess so. There's one more thing though. Okay, so it's further down. So this is also really cool and key to think about. They're going to be having these liquidity pools to help make it so you can swap your Zen quickly through their chain or through their protocol, their platform. And with these bridges come fees. So if I'm not mistaken, there's fees to be collected. So let's get that real quick. Oh, here's the fee distribution. So 21 million XNF assigned for daily auctions. Users who participate in various activities, they can get it. Okay, and that's what I mean. It's not like you need a ton of these. If it works, you shouldn't need a ton. You should just need enough. And it's got great compound idea. Like, it's cool. Okay, so yeah, they do plan on doing everything. Oh, every 3 months they're gonna release a new one. Wow, nice. So what I want to see though, where's the extra rewards at, bro? Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm trying to find that shit. XNF lock and earn native rewards. Okay, here we go. Distribution itself is generic, aggregated. Zenfi takes pride in Avic, whatever. Okay, whatever. I don't really care about that shit. These rewards, the the model that empowers platform users to execute seamless swaps and embark on rewarding journeys by rewarding every cycle based on their locked XNF. These rewards are distributed in a form of native coin, a high liquid asset, significantly singling a potential. Okay, whatever. vXEN holders play an essential role long term, blah blah blah, for a chain where the XNF has been deployed, blah blah blah. Consequently, VNS holders benefit from increased rewards. This equilibrium model, blah blah blah. In addition to swapping fees, vXEN for holder chain where the access is deployed. They also receive native coins at the end of each cycle generated from the burn fee. But can I get these every single day? All right, that's something I'm gonna have to ask them because they're not really being very black and white about that one. Are these everyday rewards, or am I waiting a year to get these rewards? Which will raise the price of the sellable VE placeholder NFT. Yeah. So they're not really talking about that part. Oh, here's the 5%. The remaining 5% will be utilized by the team to support the ongoing development. That's cool though. I don't mind it. Yeah, so this breaks it down really nicely towards the bottom. Where I'm at with it right now is it does look like they're not really telling you how many days you're going to be getting this for. Or like when does that happen? So I have to distinctify that more. Wow, there's a lot here though. We could keep going on and on and on and Jesus. Okay, I gotta blah. Get into Zenfi, damn it. When cross-chain Zen Maps on Zenfi. Ooh. You should cook that up, bro. Oh yeah, let's look at Zen Maps just launched yesterday. Zen Maps. Shout out Tree City West. When the whole XNF thing began. Date out already? Oh yeah. So they're gonna be doing the burn tomorrow. So their burn auction to start for the vXEN will start tomorrow. I don't know if when the auction for XNF starts, but just burning will happen tomorrow. That's why later on next week I'll be chatting with them to try to get a better understanding of like when do we get the whole thing going. Should be cool though. Oh yeah, you want to see the links? Let's go. Check out the white paper. Shit is deep though, man. I see why it's very complex, but it's just a day of chilling. You just gotta sit down and do it. Put your ass in the seat and do it. All right, we connecting right now. Connecting. Gas is high as hell. Jesus, what's going on? What is the news? I gotta switch to X1 chain. DevNet. Let's see, connect. There we go. This doesn't see my XEN though. Am I on the wrong net? Let's see here. Okay, fastnet. Yep, I'm on the wrong net. DC. Come on, Doge chain. Ah, hell nah. Where's fastnet? Hold up. Okay, so if I don't have fastnet, how we gonna get fastnet? But it's all good. I know how to get it, but that might be a good thing to add to the website. I know you could just click the contract and then I can go down here and I can click add blockchain. yeah, you know what it is. If you're trying to try this out though, and you don't have fastnet, just do exactly what I just did. Oh my god, my shit popped up as Doge chain. That's hilarious. But what I did was I went here, and I went view Zen Maps contract. Once you click that, you're gonna get this DevNet Explorer. Then you just scroll to the bottom. You'll see Block Scout, and then you'll see a little MetaMask X, and then add X1. So there we go. Now my XEN image showed up. Right on Zen Maps. So I'm just gonna choose 69. Let's see. Is it gonna tell me it's already taken? Ew. Let's blow this up. I see you. So this is cool. So if something's already taken, it's gonna let you know. I bet somebody took 666 already. Already exists. Damn it. Oh man, okay, you gotta find one. This is based on all the blocks too, right? Wow. Okay, so let's see. Let's just pick one out the sky. Oh, okay, my bad. I should be searching right here. Not up there. See, token not found. Oh, do I need to do .bitmap? Or XenMap? Hold up. Let me see. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong, Tree City West? Bro, the more I think about it, the more convinced this is gonna burn a lot of Zen. Hell yeah. It actually works in the benefit of Zenified to participate. Where you at, Tree? Needs to end with .zenmaps. Need it to end it in .zipmaps. Oh, so 2 periods? So let's see. Token already exists. And I gotta find one. So like this is on testnet, guys. So this is what we're doing right now. We're testing this live. So token's not found. Am I doing something wrong? Sorry, bad data. Make it .zenmap. So I did .zenmap, and it's unless it's saying token not found. Here, let's try another token, or like another random out the head. Wait, we don't think we have that many. Well, we probably do got that many blocks though. Yeah, see, token not found. Give her a little refresh. All right, let's hit it with a heart. Let's hit it with a little refresh. We gonna do this, man. Let's see. Token not found. So then I should be able to do it here. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. Something's happening. All right, so I got something happening here. I'm gonna hit confirm. I grabbed Zen's birthday. I bet people took every single one though. I got 10. And nobody got 10. Okay, okay, now we cooking. Let me get 10 real quick. Who knows? This might be like bitmaps. But nah, I mean, right now we're on testnet, so this is not translatable to mainnet. when X1 goes live, this will be one of the first cross collaboration, like how do you say this? Zenium has two different blockchains in one, and since it's going to be merging the worlds of those two chains, Zen Maps is built on top of X1 chain, but it's using the database to grab blocks from XENblocks, because all XENblocks are pushed to X1 chain for verification to make sure that the chain is consistent and immutable. And when it has those two types of communication portals, you can write on top of the data using X1 chain. And that's what Tree City West has done here, everybody. He has hooked it up. One of the first ones to actually hook it up. So for that, that's sick. So here's my Zen map, Zen map 10. It says stay Zen. I'm gonna change the message on it too. All right, it's right on my map. All right. I also want to put, I think I got this map. So now my Zen map has not okay, OKX, true crypto is here to stay. Minted today. So here's the inscription. Here's my wallet. The date that was minted. Nice, man. It's working nicely. And this is just testnet, man. So if you guys want to test this out, I'll put the link in the chat. Go out there, test out Zen Maps. Big ups Tree City West. Cooking. He cooking. And it's super simple. Simplicity is what we need sometimes. I just took you down the craziest complex rabbit hole, this thing called Zenfi. And then you're going to look at this and be like, this ain't hard. This ain't complex enough. So please do not put that filter on top of this. It is this, the code is what's important here, and it's awesome to see the code working. It's awesome to see that we're riding on top of, we're riding on top of X1 and on top of XENblocks at the same time. So that's really cool to see. If you need some XEN tokens on Fastnet, leave your address or your burner address, and I'll send you some. If you want to leave it in the comments, I'll send you some I got some XEN that on Fastnet I can send around so people can test this out. So yeah, leave your address in the comments. You don't have to do it in the live stream or whatever, but if you want, you can, and I'll send you some test tokens so you can jump in on this. But yeah, man, that was cool. Thanks for doing that, Tree. We needed that. I think one more thing I could try to set up real quick. Let's see how hard it is. Okay. So if you want to set up an X1 node, it's actually fairly simple. The hardest part of it all is getting the right things to make it work right. So I ran into an issue earlier. Let's see if anyone answered me. Well, that works for mine. Oh, no one answered me. Okay, so let's go up here. If you click through these pinned messages, you'll find, oops. Oh, nah, hell nah. Okay, never mind. This is different than the PC. Oh, wait, somebody deleted it. Oh, shit. All right, so let me look for Zensu. All right. Somebody deleted the post. Maybe it's because we're all trying to do it now and somebody accidentally really deleted it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, they gotta pin this again. All right, let's try this again. So here you can get the instructions for this. Now, what I need to do is, damn it. Actually, I haven't done it on Mac, so I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do. Actually, I shouldn't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Because I've only done it on Windows, and my Windows attempt worked, and then it failed this morning. So I'm not really ready to show you guys yet. I'm sorry. But hopefully tomorrow, I'll do it. What I'm afraid of right now is I don't actually know the path and how easy it's going to be. It was pretty hard on Windows to get my Go language to update to where it could read everything. So let me make sure it works here before I start dibble dabbling and we start going down that rabbit hole. But yeah, people are setting up their X1 nodes now. And what this is doing is this is the test net. So once we get more and more people getting their nodes set up right now, let's see how many nodes there are. I think it's quite a bit. Quite a bit of people are doing it. Yeah, 65. So the nodes are rising, and the amount of people who are trying to, or maybe this is not right. Is this 65? Maybe it is. But yeah, this is pretty cool to see, man. When you think about it again, Binance only got 21 nodes. So the more people who turn on X1 nodes, just so that they can help the chain. Right now, you're not getting anything. In the future, you would be essentially getting XEN for being a node operator. So that would be like your currency you would receive for being X1. Node operator would be XEN. So that will be coming down the line. Right now, what's happening is just more of coordination and figuring out what's the best techs and specs to have the best chain. So it doesn't matter what kind of computer you have, you just need good internet. So if you have broadband, DSL, if you have DSL, I don't know. If you have broadband and you have fiber, and maybe cellular, maybe 5G, but you want a solid LAN connection, landline connection, I would say. You should try to jump in and comprehend this here so you can get your test node going. But yeah, that's happening. I'm still mining XENblocks like crazy. I was fortunate to get a good, like I went back because I got booted out of one of my good instances, but I'm trying to stay within this range of like $3 an hour so I can keep up. It's getting harder every day because new people are stepping in and they're bringing their own machines, so they're not spending money on GPUs, and then the GPU market is going up in price. So a lot of people turned, like a week ago, a lot of Zenians got slashed, and now our old machines are more expensive. And I've noticed a lot of people are doing smaller durations. So with all that being said, it's just getting harder to get machines now for a cheaper rate. Right, here's one right here. Look at this. It's pretty cool. A 4090 for just under 40 cents. Just under 40 cents there. That's not bad at all though. Let's see here. What about two? Wow. This must not work though. There ain't no way this works. There ain't no way. But would I recommend this right now? Probably not. I think if you're trying to catch up, because so many people are mining XENblocks, that you would probably want to focus on your hash speed and getting enough hash speed so you can catch up if you haven't started. As well as in the description, you'll find 2 guides to help you get started. One is going to be step by step, and then the other one is going to be a single line. Personally, I recommend the step by step, but personally I use the single line. So I do recommend using the single line just simply because it's so fast. And I'll show you how fast it is right now. We'll get one instance going before I sign out. But let's see what's the deal here. What's the dealio? Thanks, shoutouts Tree City West for pointing out the deep learning performance score. This has saved me so much time on shitty GPUs, because the 4090 at 2 should not have a deep learning score. It doesn't show it here, but it should not have a deep learning score of like 50. It should be much higher than that. Yeah, you see right here, it should be like in the hundreds. But you see, that's why these ones are more expensive, because they're more likely real, not masked. But there's really not any deals anymore. Like there used to be deals. Like you would go into these higher GPU areas, and there would be like something there worth it. But now, like again, the only things that are here that are on deals, they're all fucking not the same. But what you can still get that is a deal would be one 4090 at these at this like 40 cents. That seems to be the floor, and that's why I keep adding. If it has to be at least 40 cents. This one I was able to swoop, so I'm holding on to it for as long as I can. 75 cents for two 4090s. Had to get it. Then I found one that popped up a couple days ago for 30 cents, so I swooped that one. And this is kind of just like my strategy when it comes to XENblocks, just staying active and adding as I can, if I can. Because again, my recycle system is a little bit different than everyone else's, I guess. I do recommend, if you're into this shit, talk about it on YouTube, talk about it on Twitter, and use the referral links from these programs to get extra funds to mint XENblocks. You know, I don't know why it seems like me and Tree City West are the loudest in this. And I think a lot more people should join the wave before others come in, and then they're taking your market share of potential, you know. You want to be there, all right? So let's go ahead and use the one-liner. Again, the one-liner, it's going to be this one here. It's down below. It's a little bit more advanced. Again, I only recommend it for people who don't need to know how to build the engine, so that you don't even need to know how to build the engine. But if you want to comprehend what you're building, highly recommend you use the step-by-step guide. But if you just know what you're doing already, you know what you're looking at, go ahead, use the one-liner. And when you use the one-liner, it's going to provide you with a single line command to get started. Shouldn't take too long. Now, what I've done is I've made a separate doc that has two different configurations. One has an 86 architecture configuration for the GPU. This is typically for older GPUs, but the 4090 is very new. So you're going to need to make sure that one, you have a higher architecture. I recommend 89 versus the 86, and this should make sure you have no errors. Another thing that you want to make sure that you have going on is when you start your template, you want to make sure that you're in the NVIDIA CUDA 12.0.1. All right. Now, when you're in the templates, what you'll see is it looks like this. It looks like this placemat here. So you want to select this one because you can use PyTorch, but you'll see here it's running an older version of the CUDA. So you want to get this one just so you have the best, right? You want to have the most up-to-date information. All right, so that's what we have rocking right now in this instance. We'll see it here. See, it's running it, already running. I hit open already. Once I hit open, then this page is gonna pop up. And what we're gonna do is go ahead and go over here and hit new and then terminal. Now, if you wanna adjust this website so that it's more appealing to the eyes, definitely go up to settings, hit theme, go to dark, set this thing to dark mode. Now go and get your one-liner. Again, the one here is going to be generic. So what you have to do is in this address area, you're going to need to change that part to your personal address. So you'll see here on my one-liner, this is the original address. And then now I'm putting in my personal address so that when I start mining, it's mining to me and not to this fake address. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is fake. So what we'll do is go here, we'll go there, we'll drop that, we'll hit bang. This is going to start running through the packages. And again, the reason this one-liner exists is because all it's doing is it's taking each command and compiling it into one command instead of you waiting for each part to load and then you're dropping in the next command. Again, if you don't know what you're doing, maybe you want to learn what each command means if you're running into an issue. Me personally, I can run into an issue now and I know which part of the process probably gave me an error, and that's from building it step by step every single time until I got to where I am right now. So right now this is building out. All right, looks like everything's running pretty smooth right now. It's doing its thing. I don't see any fails. I see everything's happening. It's running it up. All right, let's go ahead and open up another terminal. So you're gonna need 2 terminals in this setup that I'm doing. One is to run the miner. So now this part I've been seeing lately, this error that pops up. So what I usually do when I see that is I go back to my one-liner. And again, this is going to let you know, like, hey, everything was successful. But whenever you see an error, you can drop this in chat GPT if you want to learn more about it. Me personally, I know where the error came from during the prerequisites. So what I want to do is go back to my one-liner. Prerequisites will be right here after the build. See, this is the build area. Then we have sudo app install, all this shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and just copy that piece of the line, go back here, drop it in. I'm gonna let it do its thing. Boom, no error messages. I don't know what is going on. Sometimes there's errors that run when you do a one-liner, and that's kind of another reason why I'm saying if you run into an error, you probably need to know what you're doing. So building it out step by step will help decrease your errors and also increase your performance time when you do run into an error. So like now that I have the error out of the way, we can go ahead and start the GPU miner. Python 3 miner.py and then dash GPU equals true. And you don't have to type this out. I've just been doing it for so long now that I memorized it. But in the guide, you'll see that here, step 1 and 2, it has it right there for you. So now that we have this running, I see here's my address. So it did swap my address in that one-liner. I have a question mark because I haven't started the second part of the program to start hashing. That's why you need another terminal. Now, once you open up that second terminal, you're just gonna CD into that Zen folder, AKA change directory, into that Zen GPU miner folder. And this is cap sensitive. So if you want some additions some people do is they'll edit this name so that it's easier for them to remember or whatever. Me personally, I'm like whatever about it. So I just go with the flow. But then once you do that, then you're gonna go back to the doc. You're gonna grab this second part here, which is running the GPU script. I memorized it, so I don't need to copy and paste it. It's just Zen GPU miner. And then enter. This is gonna let me know I got the salt running, my difficulty, the type of device I'm running, as well as my hash rate. Then if I were to cancel this line out and go back here, I should see that I have one active GPU and I should see my hash rate is now reflecting. And that's the benefit of doing the one-line command when minting XENblocks. You can find yourself getting set up in minutes. Like how long have we been rocking? 7 minutes, and this is me talking in between everything. If you do it by yourself, you'll probably get it going in about 2 minutes or 5 minutes or so. 2-3 minutes. How about that? Cut out all the extra bullshit of me talking. What up, Tekken? What up, bro? What up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? That's watching and tuning in. But yeah, man, I just wanted to show that real quick. We're still Zen blocking. I don't think that's stopping. Difficulty went down for a little bit, then went right back up. It dipped and then it just went right back up. There's a lot of people minting still, and super blocks are becoming harder and harder to get. So I'm not gonna stop yet. We're almost at 10 million blocks, man. It's an amazing time. Still 500 miners, still 500 addresses producing XENblocks. You know, with an all-time high of 5,000 or 15,000 miners that showed up. This difficulty average is also rising, which means that the CPU people are starting to get priced out, which is awesome to see. Because a lot of people minted a lot of blocks with just computers. Then when that GPU came in, it really changed up the dynamic. So we've been watching this average difficulty of all time start to go up. And in my opinion, that means, you know, we're getting closer and closer to a new day. That new day is, have you been minting? Have you been minting? But yeah, man, that's all I really have today. Everything else is just kind of floating. It's Thursday. Tomorrow is going to be the 1st of December. I hope you know, pay your rent. I hope you're vibing on whatever you're doing. Me personally, I'm just going to vanish. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be chatting some more. We'll see what the world does today. Other than that, man, have a good rest of your Thursday and be safe out there in the real world. Peace.